What you waiting for? I am unarmed.
This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000, the internet quiz show that promises nothing in actual prizes. It's a Halloween spooktacular tonight. Because Dracula just went to town or something.
Was that like a Vampire Mario?
It's me, Dracula. Actually, I'm your host, Jason Hawk. Let's meet those contestants. From Costa Rica, he is Omar Banana Lantern Hernandez.
That's like a third world country's Marvel hero? Or DC,
No,
I'm sorry?
It's just that I assume that instead of pumpkins, you use bananas to make jack-o'-lanterns, that's all.
Ah, I thought it was like a Green Lantern, only instead of green I use bananas.
See, that just made me think of Omar and a banana hammock, and it's not a good thought. No.
Is that really where your mind goes, Kevin?
Yes, frequently actually.
That man that you hear right there is from Toronto, Canada. He is Kevin the Glaciers Have Eyes Archibald.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a glacier?
I have seen a glacier, as you pronounce it.
Where were you privileged to gaze upon a glacier?
In Canada, in one of my many sojourns to that beautiful nation.
And where specifically? It is a large place.
I think it was north of Ottawa, but I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure it was during high school, and I'm pretty sure we went to the Natural History Museum.
Long time ago.
Yes. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. From Seattle, she is Rochelle Seashocks Mantanona. Because it's shocking, it's thrilling, it's Shocktober.
Okay, that was kind of lame.
Things. It's a portmanteau.
Bye.
Seashocks.
Ooh.
It sounds like Seahawks. That's the joke, Ro.
I know.
Okay. All right, let's do this thing. Let's go into a rank and file.
Rank and file.
Rank and file.
Meh.
The whole episode tonight, by the way, I've got to say, the entire episode is courtesy of Don Thompson. Don Thompson is the man.
Oh,
He is a manly man. He is such a man. He's a man's man. He has chest hair and everything. He took care of everything tonight. I was behind the 8 ball. I was really going late. I had not made a single question by this afternoon, and I was rushing to get everything done, and bloop, into Gmail pops up a message from Don Thompson. Oh, hey guys, by the way, just wondering if you're going to do anything for Halloween. If you hadn't really thought about it, here's an entire show laid out for you, question by question, including rank and file, all set to go. And I didn't even read the rest. I just copied and pasted. So everything tonight is unproofed. It is ready to go. Let's see how well Don Thompson did putting things together.
Do you think we could, like, as a team, come up with like a spooky Halloween name for Don Thompson, just so he doesn't feel left out? No.
Don Tom, son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay.
Tonight you'll be playing.
Whatever.
Tonight you'll be playing the rank and file game for your choice of the following categories. So be thinking about these while you're placing your bids. I'm Your Boogeyman, Alpha and the Omega, Spooky Tunes, Tunes, and Spooky Tunes, Toons. Clever.
Very clever.
So in 2004, Bravo TV aired a special listing. In 2004, Bravo TV aired a special listing their picks for the top 100 scariest movie moments of all time. And this was before all that Bravo did was the housewives of certain counties. Throwing out the obvious top 5, which is Jaws, Alien, Exorcist, Psycho, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I want to see which of our contestants tonight can come closest to the top of the list.
Okay.
So we're going to go first.
You said Jaws, the Psycho, what else?
The top 5 are Jaws, Alien, Exorcist, Psycho, and Chainsaw.
Wow. That really whittles it down.
Scariest movies of all time.
I think it says scariest movie moments. But okay.
It is scariest movie moments, but we really just need the movie that was on the list. And I'm going to defer first to Omar Hernandez.
Oh, fuck.
10
Okay,
seconds.
what year was this?
2004.
This came
2004.
out in 2004. It's the scariest movie moments of all time, as ranked by Bravo.
Okay, I'm gonna say the movie, right?
The
Yeah.
movie title is what we're looking for.
Okay, I'm going for shock, so Hellraiser.
Hellraiser for Omar. Ro, what is your entry on the list?
I don't know. I'm just, for some reason, the only thing that comes to my mind right now is like the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you steal mine, you're gonna see a scary moment, girl.
That's such a bad movie. Come on.
No,
Ben
I thought
Kevo.
It has scary moments. Okay, man, isn't it interesting? Like the biggest ones that we can think of are like 70s. I think that's kind of cool.
I think that there's been an extreme watering down of the genre because horror, when it comes right down to it, is formulaic.
Yes.
I think that everything that they could possibly do that was shocking was done by the 90s. And the 90s has been rebranding and repackaging of all those tropes.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of tropes,
To the point where the biggest horror movies of the 90s really were like Scream and that sort of thing that were just meta commentaries on horror tropes.
very much so. Speaking of that very topic, you know what I saw yesterday for the first time? I'd never seen it before. Cabin in the Woods. That was hilarious. It was very good. Have you
Did
seen
you
that?
laugh really hard when I was on the motorcycle?
Thor on the Motor. No, I didn't. I was like, whoa! I can't believe
I haven't
they did
watched
that.
it, so careful.
I'm not,
Carefully.
okay.
I
This is-
laughed so hard.
Not spoilerific, but the Japanese schoolgirls. Oh my goodness, I laughed so hard at the wonderful Japanese schoolgirls doing their little thing at the end. Oh my giddy aunt, that was the greatest moment ever. Anyhow, let me give my submission. I'll just say
Cabin in the Woods. I'm not sure that that's even a horror movie. Again,
No.
I think it's just a commentary on horror movies.
exactly.
And
It's like Scream. What you're talking about. So, for my actual pick, I will pick just the first Nightmare on Elm Street. How about that?
Oh,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
that's a good pick.
That's the thing. I could only think of campy movies like Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
Chucky,
Yeah.
Gingerbread Man, Trolls, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Candyman.
We'll see how many of those are on the list here, but we're going to start right from the top and move to the bottom. Omar, you went first. You guessed Hellraiser. It's number 19 on the list. Good job.
Yeah.
All three of you did land, but Ro only just barely made what I have in front of me here. Blair Witch is number 30 on the list. Final entry.
Oh,
That's good.
Tail end.
See, I feel good about this list then.
So, Kevin,
Yeah.
you have a big question in your mind. Did you score better or worse than Omar with
He did
Nightmare
better.
on Elm Street?
Let's see. Survey says.
Number 17.
Ooh. So just by one.
But here's the thing: Nightmare on Elm Street nor Hellraiser are really scary movies. They're not scary.
It depends when you watch them, because I was pretty scared.
I watched them as a
growing up.
kid.
Yeah.
I watched him. I was scared of Freddy Krueger. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't sleep, man. Sleep is awesome.
Now, I gave you the top 5 already. Had someone guessed The Shining, that was the top on the list that had not yet been mentioned.
What?
At number 6.
What?
Is it on there? Please don't tell me it's on there.
It's
Well,
not
let's
a real
actually go
movie.
down the
It's a
list. We
TV
can do
movie.
all 30. Number 6 is The Shining. 7 is Silence of the Lambs.
See,
That's scary.
I thought that was a thriller, not a scary movie.
It says scariest movie moments of all time. I think that thrillers do qualify as scary movies.
So what's the scariest moment?
It doesn't necessarily mean horror.
What's the scariest moment of that movie?
From Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
I think that when you find the skinned guard in the elevator.
Skin Garden Elevator?
Yeah.
Oh, or the one that's like hanging like a butterfly on the things
Indeed.
The jail.
in the jail
So,
cell.
Number 8 is Carrie. 9 is Night of the Living Dead. 10, Wait Until Dark. 11, Audition. 12, Misery.
oh, Audition. That one's scary shit. It's not a scary movie, but it's fucking scary.
13 is Scream. 14, Halloween. 15, Freaks. 16, The Omen. 17 we already know is Kevin's pick, A Nightmare on Elm Street. He wins tonight, so he'll pick first in our hot seat categories. 18 is The Haunting. 19 is Omar's pick, which is Hellraiser. And from there on out, it's The Ring, Jacob's Ladder, Don't Look Now, Rosemary's Baby, Suspiria, Phantasm, Seven, Frankenstein, When a Stranger Calls, Serpent in the Rainbow, and Blair Witch. And just a quick note on Frankenstein, it's the 1931 version.
No.
It's not
I
I
take back what I
Frankenstein?
said. That list sucks.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Well, let's go ahead and do the hot seat here. Omar, you will pick second. Kevin, you'll pick first. Kevin, what is your pleasure, sir? Of those categories, I'm Your Boogeyman, Alpha and the Omega, Spooky Tunes, Tunes, and Spooky Tunes, Toons. What is your pleasure?
Let's go with either Tunes or Omega. Let's go with Alpha and Omega for funsies.
And Omar?
I'm your boogeyman, boogeyman.
Boogie. And Ro.
Hopefully that's all about Rob Zombie. Gonna waste that shit.
I'm hoping it's all about disco.
I will take Spooky Tunes, Toons.
So you'll go all cartoony.
Of course.
Let's start here with I'm Your Boogeyman, since that's the top on my list, and that means that we can go to Omar. You done there, Ro? You finished? Y'all done?
No.
Got your seat? Okay, so Don actually sent 7 questions with the intent that I would actually trim it down and pick just the best 5. But as I told you, I didn't even look at them. I just trusted Don implicitly. So you're going to get 7 questions.
Whoa.
Shoot.
Extra
Extra
trivia.
chances to score. Number 1. Actually, first, let me explain how this is going to work. I'm going to name the antagonist or boogeyman. Or actually, no. You need to name the antagonist or boogeyman in each of these horror movies or franchises. So I'll give you a movie title. You tell me the horror
That's a good category.
antagonist.
Okay.
Child's Play, Omar.
Chucky.
Yep.
Boom.
Point.
Ding.
Saw.
Jigsaw.
Or John Kramer, whichever. It.
Oh, the fucking clown. Does it have a name? Is it It?
I need his name. It's got a
Oh,
name.
he totally has a name.
Fuck that clown.
Oh, shit. Now I have Spalding on my head. It's not Spalding.
Fuck that. Oh, I can't. Every time I see a picture of that clown.
No, I can't remember. It's Captain something or something like that, right?
No.
Pennywise.
Pennywise, yeah.
Tremors.
The Feelers, was it?
Graboids.
Graboids. Shit.
They had names?
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of a tough one. The Ring.
That is something to go. It's
The first name is good enough if you can give me the first name.
I know this one. It's Salako.
Samara.
What?
Samara.
You're talking about the gringo one? The American one? It's Salako in the original one, dude.
Sadako. Yeah, let me.
Get your shit right. We're not talking about the American one.
We'll give it to you. You know,
let me look up Ringu. Let me look up Ringu. Just in case.
See, you're arguing with the wrong person, though. You got to remember, I'm blaming everything tonight on Don Thompson because it's his fault.
Yeah, it's Sadako.
So you get a point. There you go. You've got 3 so far.
Do we take one away from Don Thompson? I think we have to.
Yep. -1 for Don. Question number 6. Children of the Corn.
Well, the children.
No, I'm not looking for any of the kids. I need the demon.
I know Pazuzu is the one from The Exorcist. No, I have no idea.
He who walks behind the rose.
Yeah, didn't remember that.
Number 7, Darkness Falls.
What movies? I don't even know the movie.
Darkness Falls is the movie.
Yep. I don't even know the movie, so I don't know who the bad guy is.
We'll open it up. Anybody else know this one?
Nope.
Sorry, no.
The bad guy in Darkness Falls? The Tooth Fairy. So Omar ends the first category there with 3 points.
Wow.
We're going to Kevin
Less
next.
than half.
Kevin, you're going to have to go ahead and outscore Omar on this one. Let's see how well you can do.
How
Did
many?
you actually ask 7 questions?
I
Yeah.
asked 7 questions.
Wow.
How many questions do I have on my plate?
You've got 7 questions as well.
Wow.
And
Look at
here's a spoiler. When it's Rose's turn, she'll have 7 questions too.
Wait, spoiler alert. You should have given a spoiler alert on that. Hey, I'm very curious about this category. Go ahead and hit me with it.
The Alpha and the Omega, first of all. I hope that this isn't one of the answers, but tell me, the Alpha and Omega are Greek for?
Beginning and end, A and Z.
Yes, there you go. Identify the following people who were born or died on Halloween. Question number 1. Born Robert Matthew Van Winkle on Halloween 1967. This entertainer had a #1 single, a show on the DIY network, and appeared in film, earning a Worst New Star Golden Raspberry Award in 1992.
Oh my God!
What's his name again?
Robert Van Winkle. Come
Robert
on.
Matthew Van Winkle.
Is that Vanilla Ice?
Ding.
Oh.
Good job. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
He had a show on the DIY network?
Yeah.
I think he did, yes. And right now, Jenny Garth does on HGTV. So I find myself watching a surprising amount of HGTV.
Jason.
Jenny Garth, just saying.
Honestly, dude.
You
This
and
actor.
blondes.
I know, blondes, right? God. Just wait until we get to the jam list at the end. I'll tell you about a blonde that I do not like.
Jam list.
I'll tell you about a blonde I hate. Number 2. This actor, who appeared in Stand By Me, My Own Private Idaho, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, died of a drug-induced heart failure outside the Viper Room nightclub on Halloween 1993.
We're talking about River Phoenix.
You certainly are. Brother of Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Number 3. This director, born on Halloween 1961, directed such films as Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, before a fantasy adaptation made him a household name.
We're talking about Peter Jackson.
We certainly are.
Boom.
This
I can't wait for the jam list because I'm pretty sure yours is RedTube. Anyhow, go ahead.
What's RedTube, Kevin?
Actually,
Please. I'm not
Go on,
familiar
please
with
explain.
hit me with your rhythm stick, dude.
I've heard of RedTube.com. This entertainer, born Eric Weiss, or possibly Weiss, depending on how his family
I
pronounces
know
it,
who it is.
in Budapest, made a name for himself as an illusionist, Michael, and stunt performer, but could not escape death on Halloween 1926.
That's Harry Houdini.
Harry Houdini is the correct answer, and you are rolling. First of all, you have just surpassed Omar in this category, and you have 3 questions left to go.
Rolling.
Second of all, if you can score a perfect 7 in this category, it means that you get to have a cage match with Don Thompson.
Whoa.
Yep,
Whoa.
cage match.
All right.
But it has to be a spooky Halloween-themed one.
Okay.
This journalist, born on Halloween 1931, was host of the CBS Evening News for 24 years before stepping down amid a controversy involving a disputed news report in 2005.
Oh, okay. Now we're hitting some turbulence, Michael. Oh, what's his name? His name is...
Oh, I just love the drama here when Kevin pretends not to have the answer.
Yep.
The cigarette guy, right? No, it's not coming. Does anyone else remember it?
No.
It was like the
It's not Walter
weapons.
Jennings, is it?
Walter Cronkite? Walter Cronkite?
Yes, Walter Cronkite stepped down in 2005, Kevin. That's how that worked.
Oh, but
Like way earlier than that.
I don't have a TV, man.
Dan Rather, Kevin, and the cage match is off.
Dan Rather. Oh well, would have been good.
Now Don Thompson has, by default, won the ability to elbow drop you in the ring. That's how that works.
Fair enough.
Number 6. This pro football player, coach, owner, and founder of the Chicago Bears died of pancreatic cancer on Halloween in 1983. The Bears, Kevin.
The Bears. Sorry, man. You know my football's my weak spot. I'm just gonna Hail Mary it for a football metaphor.
Come on. I mean, the Chicago Bears should be your spirit team because, you know, they got the whole Chicago thing going, and that's kind of like a Canadian accent.
That's kind of, but dude, we have our own CFL here, our Canadian Football League. We have 2 Rough Riders for Pete's sake. It's awesome. Vince Lombardi? Vince Lombardi? That's my guess. Vince Lombardi.
George Halis.
Georgia, okay.
Number 7. Final question in your category, Kevin, and then we throw it over to Roe. This poet, born Halloween 1795, that's 1795, was known for works such as Ode on a Grecian Urn and Ode to a Nightingale.
Ode. I don't think I know this one. Ode.
Ode on Aggression Urn was the answer to a Jeopardy question last night.
Was it?
It was. And guess who got it? Me.
Wow. Robert Frost? I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Robert
much
Frost.
later, isn't he? Really? Go on. Anyone else know this?
Nope.
Keats.
Keats. There you go.
Keats. So that's four points. You were rolling along so nicely, and then just screwed it up entirely, Kevin.
Look, man, on
You
a
had to
regular
jinx
night,
him. It's your
4
fault.
is awesome.
So we're going down to Spooky Tunes, and Ro, you chose the one that's TOONS, so we're talking all about the animations here.
Yes.
Answer the following questions about Halloween-themed cartoon specials, Ro.
Okay.
What is the name given to the Halloween-themed episodes of The Simpsons?
Really? Come on,
Oh
bro.
my god, why am I blinking?
I pre-belled you.
Halloween.
Simpsons Halloween specials are...
Come on, Ro.
Nightmare, scary Simpsons.
Oh my god. I'm going to have to get a sound effect where it's a bell in reverse.
No, oh man. I haven't watched The Simpsons in ages.
But
and
they've
it's
been doing it since the 90s.
I know, and it's like crazy. It's like
The very first one was in season 2. So yeah, I think that they're on what? Season 24 now? 25 maybe?
wait, House of Horrors.
Close.
Simpsons
I'm
House of
sorry.
Horrors.
Very
I'm
close.
sorry.
Close.
Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors.
Yay.
Or on your third guess, so I'm sorry there's no bell for you on that one, Ro. Aww. You'll have to do better on number 2.
Bullshit.
In a South Park Halloween episode that parodies Scooby-Doo, what band essentially plays the part of the Scooby Gang?
I don't watch South Park either, even though I should be. But what band?
This was the one with the spooky fish.
So is it actual like band that guest starred on South Park?
It was a real-life band, late 90s, early 2000s type of band. Somewhat of a freakish band, some might say.
Oh, Korn.
There you go, with the backwards K, apparently. So there's 1 point.
What was the connection there? How did you get...
Freakish.
Freak on a leash.
Okay.
Yes, Jason was spilling the clues. I took
I
pity
got
on
the
him.
clue. I got the clue.
The next clue was going to be on a leashish band.
Okay.
Number 3, in The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, what is Snoopy's Halloween costume?
Face just dropped.
Isn't he like the...
Now,
Like a ace
Ro, you
combat
purport
fighter
yourself to
pilot?
be an expert on comics.
Isn't he like a fighter pilot? Ace combat fighter pilot of sorts? No?
We'll give it to you. World War I flying ace.
That counts.
He fights the Red Baron.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say Red Baron, but like, no, he fights him. My head.
I thought about pressing you there for a moment to find out if you knew which World War it would be.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Say, do you work for the VA? You don't even know the difference between World War I and World War II?
Because pretty much
This
all
is
the
a
veterans are already dead.
This is a pretty shocking oversight. I think that you need to be
I
educated.
mostly treat other veterans that are alive.
Number 4.
Mostly.
Name the 3 minions of Oogie Boogie in A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Good job.
Nice.
Are there 2 smoking barrels?
Yeah.
No, because we don't show smoking on
Kid at the
television.
Santa Claus. Dun, 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 dun.
Number 5. In one version of Disney's Halloween Treat, the special is narrated by the Magic Mirror, as voiced by Hans Conried. What Disney villain did Conried also voice in 1953?
That's a dude's voice. 1953. I'm sorry, did you say Halloween character?
In one version of Disney's Halloween Treat, the special is narrated by the Magic Mirror, as voiced by Hans Conried. What Disney villain did Conried also voice in 1953?
I'm going to say the Headless Horseman.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Captain Hook,
Oh.
of course. Number 6. In the Bugs Bunny Halloween special, H-O-W-L, Halloween, what 2 common magic phrases does Bug use to turn the vampire into a bat and back again?
Abracadabra and Hocus... No.
Great job.
Yeah.
Abracadabra and Hocus Pocus, you have 4 points. You are tied with Kevin.
And then I
Wow.
love how he sings like da-da-da-da-da, abracapocus, and he turns into all different things, and then his last thing is Walla Walla Washington, and turns him into some weird looking, wasn't like a bird, 2-headed bird, vulture bird.
Indeed.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you right now.
Pulling it out
because
there.
Nothing is better than someone who knows all of their Warner Brothers cartoons. Number 7. Now here's where it gets interesting, because as I mentioned, Ro and Kevin are tied. So if you get this one, you could be the wiener tonight.
Pressure. I hate pressure.
Like the Tournament of Champions all over again.
And it's coming down to my favorite Halloween special. Now I have gone on record on Twitter this very week in saying that I hate Halloween. But the one bright shining moment was Garfield's Halloween Adventure, a Halloween special that aired in the 80s and very rarely was aired again. So I need you to tell me, in Garfield's Halloween Adventure, Garfield finds out about Halloween from what show within a show that wakes him up?
That's a hard one.
Yes, it is, but if you can remember back to when Garfield was on television and
Yeah.
think about what was on that show, you might come up with the answer.
Blinky the Clown.
You know what? You're
Whoa.
not 100%, but you're going to get it. I think you said Blinky, right?
Yeah, Blinky the Clown. He had
It's-
red hair and a
it's
nose.
Binky.
He's like, hey, kids!
It's Binky the Clown. He was a regular on Garfield and Friends, the animated show that was on at 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on ABC.
Yeah, that came into the nether reaches of my brain.
Wow.
There you are.
Jason,
So you officially have 5 points.
Yes!
Amazing. Yeah, I think we need to backtrack there.
do you hate candy?
What the fruit?
You look like someone that likes candy, actually.
See, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm rich, but I do have the means to buy myself candy anytime that I want. I no longer need the excuse of donning some gaudy-ass costume and going door-to-door begging for candy like some sort
Brother,
of pauper.
Jason,
Brother, donning a gaudy ass costume is its own reward.
No.
you have 3 children
know what
now.
it is.
This is going to be like an 18-year thing or like a 15-year thing.
You think that they're going to go trick-or-treating until they're 15?
Yes. Or...
Okay.
No?
First of all, I will go on record as not only saying that I hate Halloween, but I hate holidays. Period. I do not like festivity. I hate it.
Festivity.
I think it is contrived, and I think it is annoying, and I think that it should all die in a fire.
So you're
But
George
Halloween,
Costanza.
perhaps one of the worst, because Halloween has terrible colors that clash, and I hate the macabre and all the goth crap that goes on at Halloween, and I think that horror movies in general are a waste of time.
Shut your
Anyone
mouth.
who is involved with them.
Wow.
should kill them.
Wow.
Shut your mouth.
Wow,
Halloween
Jason,
is the-
you are the Halloween Scrooge.
Yeah,
This is
Halloween-
amazing.
That's
I mean,
the
as
adult
someone-
holiday.
Yeah, exactly. As someone who is a fan of the female form, surely you enjoy going to clubs on Halloween because, hello?
Like, come on, you like crappy movies. How
First
can you not like horror movies?
I do like females,
Yes.
second of all. In what world do you see me going to a club? Third of all, in what world do you see me going to a club and looking at women without getting my head lopped off? Fourth of all, I think the entire concept of the slutty X costume is incredibly sexist and misogynist and needs to be discontinued.
Oh,
If you wanted to do that kind of thing, my wife can wear that costume any time of the year.
But you haven't seen me. I think you're making a judgment before you've seen me in sexy fireman costume. Just saying.
Can you
Plus,
show us your pecs
friend,
right now, Kevin?
And
Right.
Kevin has that yearly Halloween party, so that's why, Kevin's very into Halloween, right?
Well, I attend a yearly Halloween party, yes, and I do enjoy going to the bars and clubs as well.
There are only a certain number of good things that can ever come out of Halloween. First on the list is Elizabeth Shue getting inside of a bathtub/shower Halloween costume with Daniel's on. That's acceptable. It's canon. I'll accept it.
It's canon.
Canon.
It's Elizabeth Shue canon.
Second of all, If you can do some sort of a Halloween parade where it's contained and very short, but it's not just utter chaos and people running around, also acceptable. Third of all, you have an open excuse to eat crappy food, which is, I guess, with pretty much any holiday, a very limited benefit, as long as it's not abused.
Uh-huh. Yeah, these are good things, brother. I don't know. If we look back, if there's going to be a ghost of Halloween past who's going to visit you, and we're going to go into your past and see some sort of traumatic event that happened on Halloween.
No, it's not.
Because of your father, because you guys were all Christian-y when you were growing up.
No, he did want to cancel Halloween at one point because it was a celebration of the devil, but we laughed him off.
That would drive him towards it, surely.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing. You know that I generally dislike people in all forms, right? And holidays are an excuse for people to get together, and that's bad. See, there's a reason that we're all sitting in separate basements talking online.
You should hate Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I know, and
those bring people together. Halloween means you can stay at home late at night eating candy, watching horror movies.
Did I not say that I generally hate holidays? Those are included.
Bring more. Having 3 children brings more company. Play dates, grandparents, cousins, nieces. Yeah, I don't. You're putting yourself in that situation.
But I don't have to like it, Ro. And that's what it comes down to with Halloween. Bah humbug, I say. Bah humbug. Now on to the important thing. Spooky tunes. TUNES. We've got one more category left. And I'm going to flip it up here. Somebody please come from behind and take Ro, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
Really?
I mean, overcome the number of points that she has. I'll give you the lyric from a song that you might hear at a Halloween party, if you're stupid and go to Halloween parties.
Okay, just a second. If any of the answers is the Monster Mash, I get it.
You name the song, Omar. Number 1. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son.
The Monster Mash.
There you go. We'll give you the point.
Okay.
It's a graveyard smash.
Omar, can you come up with the name of the person who did that song?
I have Dr. Insano in the head, but I know it's not that.
It's Bobby Boris Pickett.
There you go.
My daughter has a movie she watches around this time of year, and there's like that guy is on it, Bobby Boris Pickett, with his follow-up, The Transylvania Twist. So there that is.
That's kind of a one-trick pony.
Yep.
Yeah. You wonder
riding it, though.
The point is to go to a glue factory.
Number 2. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Great job.
I didn't know that we were going to quote a lyric.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name.
Oh, Rolling Stones.
I need the name of the song.
Satisfaction?
No. Well,
Pleased to meet you.
what's it called? I
don't know. Maybe you should take his advice and guess the name.
Nature of a game.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Sympathy for the devil, sweet mother of pearl. I could sing the whole thing for you.
Number 4. If there's something weird and it don't look good.
Ghostbusters.
Kevin's got it. Ghostbusters by Rick Park Jr. Because I told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best there's ever been. And that's actually the lyric. I'm not just saying that, even though it would be true if I were to just say it on my own behalf.
No. Nope. 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 Oh, Devil and Daniel Johnson or something like that.
Devil and Daniel Johnson. No. Not
Devil went down to Georgia.
There we go.
Giving him the point?
I am
giving him the point after pretty much revealing the song with... That's not fair.
Hey, did you guess it?
You didn't get the answer, Ro. God, you should be the last person to complain about getting hints. Little Miss Freak on a Leash. Number 6. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see those bad times today.
Bad Moon Rising.
You got it.
Shit!
PCR is the answer. And Kevin, you've taken the lead by 1 point. You
Ooh,
can do
yeah.
this, my friend. Number 7, just hang in there. We've got one more to go. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, and his hair was perfect.
Werewolves of London.
By Warren Zevon, and you have pulled ahead to rescue us from another row-dominated game.
Oh my! See,
Boom.
that category shouldn't count. That's okay.
Woo!
That category does count. The final score is Kevin, 8. Omar, a respectable 4. Row, a very, very well done 6.
Oh my God, you gave me
often
credit.
tease
I can't
Row
believe
because
this.
Row, it's so easy. You get so defensive about the points that you earn yourself a little bit of resistance here on this end, a little bit of mock.
You
But,
always give me crap because you're.
But 6 is good. 6 is very good, Row.
Mm.
Okay, so it's time for the jam list. Let's talk about this here. This is what you've been doing this week, watching this week, taking in this week. A media form of participation, entertainment, gaming, anything along those lines. And mine, just to open it up there, is Season 2 of Arrow, from which I abstained when it was on television. It is now streaming on Netflix, and I have been ingesting it. I'm up to episode 11, and it is wonderful. I love almost every second of it. And as promised earlier in the show, I'm going to talk about a blonde that I can't stand. So we know in the DC continuity that Oliver Queen is Green Arrow, correct? Right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And Omar, you tell me, who is Oliver Queen's girlfriend in the comics?
I don't like Green Arrow. Sorry.
Bro,
I'm
help.
sorry.
I don't know. I don't care either.
Come on, Green Arrow and
Supergirl?
Black Canary, you fools.
Black Canary is this his girlfriend?
Ah,
Black
okay.
Canary
That makes sense,
is
'cause in
Green
Justice
Arrow's
League-
eventual wife, yes.
Huh.
Ah.
And portrayed in various comic books and big event storylines as being in bed together, which is a fun little thing.
Huh.
But yes, Dinah is her name, and Black Canary is her superhero alter ego. They introduced Black Canary into the Arrow live-action show on the CW, a show that I love with almost no end until it comes to this one character, because the actress that they got to play her at first looked somewhat attractive, and with every passing second, I just wanted to punch her in the face more. And I think it was because of the way that she moved her mouth. Have you ever seen a person who doesn't move their chin when they talk?
What?
Like almost like a puppet, where the top of their head flaps back and forth when they talk instead of the jaw dropping down.
They have a lot of weird-looking people on this show. They have the lawyer girlfriend of Arrow, and every time you see her, she looks like different. Like I don't know. She needs a sandwich.
She sometimes looks like she has bulging eyes or huge sacs underneath her eyes. She sometimes looks chubby. She sometimes looks extremely anorexic. Yes, Laurel.
Yes.
Laurel
Yeah, she
Lance
needs a
is
sandwich.
who you're talking
And-
about.
The chap who plays her dad, the police guy, whatever.
Detective Lance, indeed.
Once you notice his chest hair sticking out of the top of his shirt, you can't unnotice it until the point when every time he walks into the room, all you see is that chest hair poking out like a beaver, peeking out of someone's shirt.
Now, see, I'm going to defend him there because I am also a man of much chest hair. And I understand the pain that this is. I actually have to shave mine down when I shave my face to keep it from doing exactly that, to keep it from popping out the collar.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean, I
comes
must
with
be
age.
1/4 Hungarian or something, but it just grows.
It comes with age. We all got to narrow away the Teen Wolf at some point in our lives.
Wait, who's the girl that plays an annoying person? I can't find her.
Wow, that was wow.
See
was,
that?
The fact
If it's any
Our
consolation,
sister
Jason, I had a friend that also had to shave the back of his head because the hair on his back melded with the one on his head.
instant mullet.
I'm saying it's lycanthropy, turning
Oh.
into. That's just how it is.
So it's Katie Lotz is the person you can't stand.
Cannot stand her. And extreme spoilers. Look, I'm going to blow a whistle here. I'm going to talk for a little bit just to waste some time real quick, about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, until I say something here because I'm only up to Season 2, midway through Season 2, but here's where the big spoiler kicks in. I heard someone mention in passing that at the beginning of the next season, she is, she's made into a pinquill of arrows through some circumstances and killed off. So I just cannot wait for that exact moment to come. I know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that we will
How
get rid
can
of.
they kill a major character like that?
I think it's a brave thing to do.
It's an iteration.
It means that they're not being slavish to the mythology. But anyway, Arrow, Season 2 is definitely my thing on the jam list. Kevin, what have you been doing this week?
Well, not so much what I've been doing this week. Let me tell you about a little something that I did immediately following our last show together. And that was play Borderlands 2 with the team.
I think you mean to say whine about Borderlands 2 with the team.
I believe that there was, I was being very cordial. I was being very humoring the team and jumping into the Borderlands. But so I would like to give a little review of this experience. And just as a caveat, this is not a review of Borderlands 2. This is a review of playing Borderlands 2 with you guys.
Okay,
if
so
I may, just as a preface to this, say that while Omar and Ro and I absolutely love all of the iterations of Borderlands, Kevin has traditionally resisted. And whenever we say, hey, do you want to play Borderlands, Kevin always says, oh, guys. And that's how his voice goes.
Well, let's just say,
You play Left 4 Dead?
Wait.
This
Just
is objective.
to be fair, and for Kevin's argument, Borderlands is not a game you're supposed to play with friends on your first run.
Maybe not.
Because
Maybe
your
not.
friends will plow through the stuff. You won't be able to hear all the dialogue. You won't be able to get it.
Yeah.
To
Let
get.
me give you the full experience as my first-person experience, since this is a first-person shooter, and I love first-person shooters. You know, I've been playing them since Wolfenstein 3D, like 1992. I've played all the big ones, still play them, hundreds of hours.
So ostensibly, you would say that you know what you're doing.
Day of Defeat, Counter-Strike, whatever, you name it, I play it. I'm a veteran, definitely a veteran. I played Borderlands 1 for a couple of hours, but it was too much of talk to someone, kill some animals, get something. Talk to someone else, kill some slightly bigger animals, get something. Talk to someone else, shoot some guys, get something. I didn't like it that much, so I moved on. Anyhow, so one of our end of year roundups, we do that thing where we say basically the jam list for the whole year. And you guys were incredibly jazzed about Borderlands 2. Like, incredibly jazzed about it. So I figured the co-op experience would be fun together. We play Left 4 Dead together. That's always fun. Before I go any further, Jason, how many times have you completed Borderlands 2?
Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4?
3 or 4? Ro, how many times have you completed Borderlands 2?
around that much too.
3 or 4? Omar, how many times have you completed
Not a
Borderlands?
single time.
You never completed Borderlands 2? You've given a lot of play.
I've played it for like 90 hours, but every single
90
time I get
hours.
close to it, every single time I get close to finishing it, something happens to my save file. I have to uninstall for some reason.
Oh no.
Something happens,
Dude,
and I can't finish the fucking
Costa
I
game.
will take my Necromancer with you. We'll go freaking kill Jack.
The Costa Rican power grid. Well, okay, so here it is. So we start where we're all playing together, and the funny robot's saying to me, "Hello, fellow traveler, what are we doing?" And then suddenly someone else is introducing themselves and asking you something, and then this happens like 3 more times because these guys have triggered so many events, and they're skipping through all the plot. They've been through this like 1,000 times.
Well,
And then I look up from like these introductory events, and these guys are gone. My teammates, if you want to call them teammates, they are down this giant ravine or some such. And I get down there and I find a room, and this room has been scavenged as if by locusts. They have descended upon every weapon and every power-up and every piece of ammo, and those locusts have picked this thing clean. Ammo quickly became a problem for poor Kevin. I'm just sitting there going, huh? What are we doing now? That's pretty much all that Jason and Omar would hear the whole time.
Kevin,
Huh?
that
What?
is bullshit because
What are we doing
money
now?
and ammo are shared. When Ro picks ammo, it gets distributed amongst everyone.
Really? Okay, so anyhow.
To be perfectly fair, here's what happened.
Jason or Omar, we'll start
Ro and I were like a well-honed SEAL team. Without nary a word, with just some hand signals, we each split up and took a different NPC and just triggered all the NPC quests and finished them immediately without even having to coordinate, without having to give verbal cues. And so Kevin was just hearing all the NPCs start their dialogue and be cut off as the quest was immediately finished by someone on the other side of the map who,
Possibly.
without needing to be told what to do, just immediately went to the end, grabbed it, and turned it in.
Possibly. I would be like,
Kevin-
what just happened? And Jason would be like, oh, well, we just spoke to a guy, and now we have to kill some animals and get something. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I diligently begin my life of snowy animal culling, and I'm sure it was like a conservational plan of some sort. We're culling these animals for the betterment of the ecosystem. But Omar would say, no, man, you got to do it with grenades, because the guy said grenades. And I'd be like, Okay, I understand that because we have hunting seasons here, and sometimes you have to hunt with just a bow or a certain type of rod. So that kind of makes sense to me, kind of. And then we'd run into another room, and that room would be scoured clean, of course. Because
Kevin, again, it did not make sense to you because we said grenades, and you were shooting missiles out of the turret of the vehicle.
Listen, buddy, missiles
Like,
would be awesome. But
grenades! You would get out
what?
of the truck and be like, okay, is a machine gun a grenade? No, dude, a grenade. And boom, sniper rifle.
You
Dude,
say
grenades!
as if I had one, because I was going through this game with my little pistola. You know why I was going through this whole game with my pew-pew pistola? Because every time I got to a room, I was faced with empty lockers. Do you know why I was faced with empty lockers? Anyhow, we got to a town called Sanctuary. And there seemed like 20 different characters, all with their little side quests inside. And St. Patrick's Holy Trousers. Didn't these guys go and trigger them all at once? So like one person would start talking for a few, then another person would start talking, and then another colorful character wants you to shoot some targets and bring something back, and someone else wants you to shoot slightly bigger targets and bring something back. All very animated, but blimey, Charlie, I never really knew what was going on at any given moment. So I give the whole experience one red triangle out of square. That's all I have to say about that.
In Kevin's defense, it probably didn't help that there were 3 people shouting at him, "Shoot the boner farts! Shoot the boner farts! For the love of God! Shoot the boner farts!"
Shoot the rocks that they're throwing at us. Don't shoot them. You need to melee kill them. Don't shoot them.
Indeed. Okay, so there is Kevin's jam list for the week. It is playing Borderlands 2 with True Pros. Omar, what's on your jam list for the week?
I'm just gonna say I've been playing the prequel to the sequel to the threequel of Borderlands 2, I guess. Well, the new Borderlands, thanks to an awesome person. Who is
we
very
should
awesome.
dedicate this episode to a certain awesome person.
Who
You know
wanted
who
to
you are.
be mentioned?
Yeah, you're awesome. You know who you are. You're awesome.
And I've been enjoying the shit out of that game. I'm playing as a claptrap, and it's amazing.
Now, I
Is
have
it
a feeling that this is going to be on Ro's jam list as well.
No, actually, I haven't touched it one bit.
Oh, you haven't touched it one bit? Okay, so go ahead, Omar. Take it. You don't even have to tag team with Ro. Just tell me everything that you like about the pre-sequel.
You know what? It's the same thing that happened with Saints Row the Third. It's more of the same, but better. So it's the same. Borderlands 2 was more of the same, but way better than the first one. This one's the same thing. It's the formula you know and love, but with extra stuff.
Now, I'm going to levy a complaint at the pre-sequel. The first 20 minutes is nothing but pistols. No assault weapons, no laser guns, none of the promised ice guns, nothing like that. Every chest that you open, which are few and far between, is nothing but pistols, and it was goddamn annoying.
Dude, I got a machine gun, a rocket launcher, and a laser weapon within the first 5 minutes.
I hate you.
What are you playing, Jason?
Feel my experience, Jason.
I actually started 2 different characters. I started off with the Lawbringer. No, what's the cowgirl one?
Lawbringer.
Yeah.
Is it Lawbringer?
I don't know. Something like that.
So I started that one, and I really didn't like her.
Okay.
So I switched over, and I went with Heavy Dude. What's his name that's in Borderlands 2?
Wilhelm?
Yes, Wilhelm. And I think he's much more playable. I liked his skill trees a little bit better and his level ups and all that kind of stuff. His F skill, his action skill with the 2 robots, much better. It gives you heals and assault power.
You get an action skill at level 3. You don't have to wait till level 5 now.
Oh, really? Nice. I plan on playing the Gladiator when I play with Jeremy, so I think we'll
that's pretty
probably play
badass.
Friday or Saturday.
And I had 2 big worries going into the game, which was that low gravity would mean that you were sitting floating around every time that you jumped.
Nope.
Don't have to worry about that because there are ways around that. The second worry was the oxygen thing, that you always have to be looking for oxygen, and so far it's really been a non-issue.
No, there's oxygen everywhere. And if you play as Claptrap, you don't need oxygen.
Oh, really? That's gotta be nice. I mean, there are times where you've got to run from oxygen spot to oxygen spot, so it does come into play, but the amount of pressure that it actually adds to where you go and what you have to do, very little.
And also, honestly, the whole low gravity thing, I think is pretty well done. Because it adds to the game, but doesn't interfere with the game.
Don't
And
call
you
it
float
butt
that
slamming
much.
anymore.
And I love slamming, actually.
Ro, what's on your jam list for the week?
Oh, Knitting and Destiny still.
Knitting. Tell me about knitting, because I don't think that's something that a lot of our listeners know that you do.
Readers.
Readers.
Yeah, I think I've been knitting since 2010?
When you say
We
knitting,
started
do
at
you
around the
mean
same time, right?
crocheting?
Bro?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what? I don't know, 2009, 2010?
I think we started at the same time,
Yeah, we did. What was that?
right? I think it was like 2008 or 9.
Okay, maybe. But yeah, I craft. I'm knitting myself a shawl that's blue, green, and bluish green and grays, basically Seahawks colors, and it's going to be an awesome shawl. I do that when I'm at the bus, on the bus, and when I don't feel like playing video games, I'm on the couch just chilling. Just need to do something with my hands. I can't have something like not going. I can't just sit still. So I need to do something with my hands. Like during this whole entire recording, I've basically been holding on to this stress reliever ball, just squeezing it because I have to do something. But yeah.
I think it's appropriate to say that the entire Western Hemisphere at this point has ADHD. We do not just watch TV anymore. We watch TV and play on our phones while simultaneously flipping through a tablet.
Yes, this is true. Because I actually do that a lot when I'm playing Destiny, mostly just to looking for certain public events on Destiny. But yeah, still playing Destiny. I finally got Twitch to actually save my videos. I wish I did it before, because there's some pretty cool videos before. But my most recent video that I recorded was me stuck in this
12 minutes. 12 minutes, woman.
I was stuck in this thing. I was doing a strike dungeon with 2 other pugs pickup groups, 2 random people for a matchmaking server, and I got stuck into this one area. It was like a cart or something, because I basically got pushed into it by an enemy, and I was like, I can't get out. I am stuck in here, and I couldn't figure out, I'm like, okay, these guys need to kill me to be able to resurrect so I can get out of here. But then I realized, wait a minute, I can kill myself if I use my rocket launcher and shoot to the ground, which I ended up doing, but
12 minutes later. 12 minutes later.
Jump.
That idea came into your head after 12 minutes of going around in circles inside a small room.
It was actually longer than that, but I won't.
I'm still longer than that.
So I was like, I need to record this as proof I was stuck in this goddamn thing. But no, it was fun. But then I ended up doing another strike, and it was fun, and basically playing with a lot of pro people, which is actually I like a lot about this game. For most part, when they matchmake you with people who play this game, for most part they don't suck. I actually kind of suck more than them, which is fine, because I'm no good at the PvPs. So, but no, it's still something I enjoy playing, and it's actually a very well done game in regards to it's not difficult to where you have to basically grind a lot. And when I play Borderlands, I compare it to, I'm like, wait a minute, I wish Borderlands had this, and it doesn't, and I don't have to worry about picking up health packs, because your health regenerates after a certain amount of time. But
Yeah,
So there is Ro's jam list for the week.
Just a second. Let me just add here. It's still an FPS played with a controller.
yeah,
Sinner.
you know what? It's not that bad.
Blasphemer!
Shut up! Don't say it. It's all good.
So let's wrap things up here. I want to direct everybody to go to simplysyndicated.com, where you can get a lot of other podcasts that are terrific. But also, why don't you just check them out on SoundCloud, because the whole Simply Syndicated crew is over there. You can see all of our stuff on SoundCloud. Just search for Simply Syndicated. You're going to see great shows like For Those About to Rock, and The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, and the Tech Support Rich Show, Masters of None, which I always forget to promo. I'm sorry, J. Mike and Art. But lots of great shows all over there on SoundCloud.com. Give them a listen. And if you want, you can always sign up to get all the shows that the Simply Syndicated Network has ever done on the Simply Listen service. It's a very small monthly fee, and you can get it streaming right to your phone with anything that you want there. Great times. Should we go ahead and
called Simply Everything, no?
Simply Everything, yes. That's what I meant. Sorry, Rich. But yeah, Facebook.com/ATW9K or at ATW9K over on Twitter. And also, if you want to be as cool as Don Thompson, which is hard. I'm not saying that this is easily attainable, folks. I'm saying that you would have to work really, really hard at this. you could send your trivia to us. There's a chance that it will be repurposed for use on this very show. This one that we record right here. Just all you have to do is send it to ATW9K, like Atomic Trivia War 9000. That's ATW9K at Simply Syndicated. That email will come right to me. These bozos won't see it at all. It will be shielded from the contestants' eyes until we go right on the air, and then I will present it to them in this very format. Your name could be shared on the show. You could be part of Atomic Trivia War 9000, and it would be awesome.
Jason.
Yes.
And what would happen if a listener would want to make a website? What could they do?
Like, thank God that Kevin beat Roe, otherwise she would have been totally and utterly just unlistenable, and we would have wanted to throttle her for the rest of the night.
Was I unlistenable the last episode?
But I only have $2. What could I do?
Omar, it sounds like you have just enough money to get a new domain over at GoDaddy.com if you use the code Trivia129 at checkout. That's
tell.
That's $1.99 American or £1.29 over in the UK dollars system, which is slightly different from the American dollars system.
Thank you so much.
No problem. See the website for terms and conditions because some limitations might apply. Go over there right now.
Right now.
That's it. That's all. We're done for tonight.
See ya!
All right, we'll see everybody on the Atomic Trivia War 9000 next week.
And we might be streaming soon.
Bye.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Omar. I would have forgotten.
All right, I go pee-pee. Be back.
Auf Wiederhören.
And get some sand, my slippers.
And we are still live, mein Freund.
Oh, I know. This is bonus material. I guess I can stop the broadcast. There's one viewer there. I wonder who that is.
That's probably Churba.
It's either Churba or Scott Redman or a couple other people who are always there on the live feed. We should say that we record on Google Plus Hangouts.
Live in front of a studio audience.
Just like this. Omar, tell me how much you hate Ro.
I don't hate her.
Nobody really does. We're always just kidding.
We're playing tonight.
I think we're going to play some Left 4 Dead because that's what Kevin wanted.
I do have only the
the
first one, right? Because you don't like the second one.
The second one's okay. It's just I don't think that Melee adds a whole lot to it. I'm going to hit the stop button.
I installed the first one just for you.
Okay.